Hello, my name is Alwyn, but I also go by Joshua, and today I'll be discussing the problem with AI in modern day society. In modern day society, AI is used a lot, in an extremely high amount. I mean, AI is everywhere, it's in everything, it's in art, it's in YouTube, it's all over TikTok. You can get YouTube's like short slop that 3-year-olds consume. You could get, like AI slop music, just terrible sounding stuff. And you can even get, those weird TikToks I'm getting of like submissive, and then there's like a goddess crushing or whatever, and it's just pure AI. I'm sure next time I doom scroll, I'll find one and I'll put it in the clip there. But just it's a huge problem, like AI is, in my opinion. But I'm not here to discuss it in YouTube or music or anything like that. I'm here to discuss it in mommy ASMR. Today's video, the focus is the problem with AI in modern day society in mommy ASMR. Now, you know, I'm assuming we all indulge in listening to mommy ASMR. I myself tend to do it pretty much daily. Every night before bed, when I train in the gym, I like to listen to mommy ASMR. It's just really calm, really relaxing. It really lowers your cortisol levels really, like, dramatically, and it's a great help. It's super beneficial. Literally no negatives to mommy ASMR. Mommy ASMR is one of, if not the greatest creation humanity has ever made. Mommy ASMR is, truly special, and like this isn't even like an insane take or anything. This is just general knowledge. Now, I'm not here to make fun of individuals who do listen to, AI mommy ASMR. Um I understand the reasonings why people do it, and I'll get into it more in this video, of course. Um there's no hate here. I'm not here to spread any negativity. I'm not here to, cause problems. I'm very open-minded when it comes to, mommy ASMR in general. I'm extremely open-minded with people's thoughts and opinions when it comes to this matter in particular. So feel free to share your own thoughts and opinions in the comments. Some of the points I make, maybe if you disagree, if you agree, maybe there's some points that I, left out that I didn't mention that you think are important to bring up. Let's all just have intellectual discussions here, of course, because, it's a very intellectual topic. We're talking about mommy ASMR here. We're not talking about, I don't know, butter on a stick. So the first point I want to make is I think it destroys the creativity with mommy ASMR. Now, creativity, I don't need to get into creativity and how extremely important creativity is in humanity. Without it, we would be nowhere and we would be dead. So it's highly important, and it's really just what makes things that we do just so unique, because everyone thinks differently to everyone. More than 8 billion people on this planet, more than 8 billion humans, and yet no one's the same. No one's the exact same. It's impossible. Like, it is genuinely impossible. You can look the same, but you won't think the same or act the same. It's just really unique. And AI kind of gets rid of this uniqueness and creativity and hard work. Now, a lot of mommy ASMR creators, they have to write a script. Some are talented enough to freeball it, but they write a script. They, perform high level voice acting on the lines, because they really have to get into character. Are you going to be a dominant vampire? Are you going to be a submissive femboy? You really got to get into character, and you really got to play into it. Like, am I punishing him today, or am I, cuddling him, telling him he's a good boy? Am I kink shaming him today? Just many different things. Am I humiliating him? You get the picture, of course. You've listened to many mommy ASMR. videos, I'm assuming, true connoisseurs are watching this video. But no, they work extremely hard. And like, I think it should never go underappreciated, and that's just personally what I enjoy when I listen to mommy ASMR. I really like listening to creators who really just put in the effort. They know what their fans want, they know what the people want, what society want, and they push it out. They make it. They're really the people that make the earth go round and round every day. Without them, where would we even be? Am I right? Like, where would we even be as a society? We wouldn't be functional. So it's important to, credit them and to never disrespect their work. But AI all you do is you type up a prompt in a computer. And like, I guess another thing is earnings. You want to make a good earning, and, the people who put in tons of effort, tons of hard work, they really do deserve the money. They deserve every penny. And I don't think it's fair how someone who just types something into a computer, paid a pretty buck or two, 10 minutes later had it done and just posts it on YouTube, and they make the same, if not more. It's just not fair. And I guess, I'll make a positive point. I think one great thing AI has in mommy ASMR is the ability to interact with 2D waifus. I think that is pivotal and just extremely important. There's nothing more better and more soothing than, your favorite waifu, like rubbing your hair after a long, stressful day. Like, take a listen to this.
Of course I don't mind, darling. Would you like mommy to rub your head and play with your hair? I know you had a long, hard day. You've been such a good boy. You deserve to be rewarded.
Are you erect yet? Because I definitely am. Like, listening to that really just, lowered my cortisol levels a lot. It really soothed and calmed me down completely. And that was only a snippet of what like AI could actually do. And I think that's great, and I think that's super beneficial, especially to the mind. But it does get rid of all that hard work and that creativity that really goes into the art of mommy ASMR. And I guess I'm going to bring up this last point because I don't want this to be a long video or anything. I want to wrap it up short here. But another point that I will make is it really affects small creators in the field. Like, mommies who, are working hard trying to get at it, and they just haven't cracked the surface yet. They're a bit, shadowed, they're a bit below, and they really can't, push out and get it. And, that's obviously sucks. And especially if they're putting in effort and really putting in hard work, they definitely deserve it. But it's very hard to compete with AI but like at their best, they could push out maybe 2 or 3 videos a week if they're like really grinding for it. Meanwhile, an AI prompt can generate like 50 in the same time period. It's a really insane disadvantage. Like, it really is. And I don't think that should be ignored at all. I think even the small creators in the mommy ASMR field really, deserve to be seen and deserve to be treated with utmost respect. Now, here, look, I'm done yammering and yapping about mommy ASMR. I'm sure, we're all here to have a great discussion about it. I'm more than open to hearing new thoughts and opinions. These are my ones. I think it is a problem that, AI is in mommy ASMR. I think it definitely has its uses. It definitely has its values, as mentioned. I just think overall, when you look at the pros and the cons outweigh the pros. What do you think? Do you think it's good? Do you think it's bad? Um, really do share. I'm very open to hearing what you all have to say. Love you. Keep listening to mommy ASMR. And it's been your boy.